Welcome back to Shift Happens. I'm Dupriya and we're thrilled to have you with us for our episode 3. Whether you're a gearhead, a casual driver, or just love the smell of fresh asphalt, we've got something for you.
Episode 3 is here and we've got something special lined up for you today. As always, my name is Jakes and my friends call me Yaku.
Hello, Jakes. This week we're going to talk about some interesting things that happened, some more lighthearted stuff, and I think we're going to start off with VW Golf being crowned something, and then as well as talking about the Bentley doing away with the W12 engine. We're talking about something new at BMW that's coming out. Quite excited for that. And then we're going to talk about Toyota a bit again this week. Toyota being in the news twice. Okay. And then we have driver seat also this week again, our beloved segment. Got a great story lined up for you there. And then for the last thing for this episode, we've got something great for you guys. We both of us got 3 awesome cars for under 350,000 Rand lined up. So we'll talk about that later this episode. So yeah, I think we can start with the VW Golf. I don't know. Do you want to start with that one?
Like what? They have manufactured the Golf now for almost half a century. That's insane.
It's insane. It's one of the longest running car. How do you say? Car lines. Sorry, car lines.
Like I read, like most automotive manufacturers, their top of the range cars only last for about 5 years, and then it ends production. While Volkswagen makes the Golf for 50 years now, and it's the predecessor to the Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, and they're still making the Beetle as well, or not really making it anymore, but they did make it just a while back. But talking about
the Golf.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you now because you mentioned to me that you guys or your family drove a Golf when you were younger.
Yeah, like I was preschool, primary school, and we drove like I think it was a city Golf, city competition sport or something like that. It was maroon. It was the most ugliest car. I don't like it.
No, I understand that. I mean, being like a young guy, yeah, it's quite embarrassing if your parents come up with something like that and not the BMW or something. Especially when you're a car guy.
Yeah, but I wasn't always like materialistic about it because I'm like 4 or 5 years old, so.
But still, at that age, it's not about materialistic. It's about this thing is not cool. I want something. Why can't you buy something cool? I think that's what's going through your head at that age. And I mean, me as well. Still now, if I think of a Golf, I'm not talking about the GTI or the R. If I'm just thinking about a Golf, I don't think that's a cool car. I mean, I don't know about you. Yeah, but I don't think it's a cool car.
Like I'll say the Golf made a turnaround here by I think 2010 model started being like, okay, this is a nice car.
Yeah, it started looking better.
But from where it was, that's like it's like a box shape. No. I hated that car when I was growing up. And actually my grandmother drove one as well, so she drove
luckily. Oh, you see. Luckily, my mother drove one before she had me, so it wasn't in my family at all. But yeah, and since then we haven't driven any Golfs or any Volkswagens. I mean, I had a Polo briefly for a while, but I mean, it's not something that we've driven a lot before. But I must say, I do like the newer models. Very, very nice. And the VW Golf being crowned the best car of the half century, it's a great achievement. I mean, you know what you're getting. You're getting a quality car It's built good. It's reliable. It's not gonna break. The only thing is it's more expensive if you want to fix anything on it. That's
Yeah,
the only gripe I've got.
yeah, but that's German engineering for you.
Yes, yeah, and I've got actually my girlfriend's cousin. He works on a lot of cars. They mostly do Volkswagens, and he says it's beginning to become such a pain in the ass just to do normal stuff on it. They're beginning to like lean more towards BMW and Mercedes in terms of how hard it is to service these cars. There's a
Oh,
lot of
really?
plastics in yeah. There's a lot of plastics in the way and a lot of stuff over each other and so on. So I mean that's just a bad thing for me. But I mean it looks good. It drives well. It's got great tech. I don't think it's a bad car, but it's. I understand why it's crowned the best car of half century because every second person's got one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like even the old shape Golfs. I mean, that became like an iconic car, if I can say it like that. Like people
Oh
now
yeah, for
like
sure.
people now like that shape.
Yeah,
I just can't stand it. I will never drive that in my life. You're not
and
going
I
to
understand
treat
that.
me. You're not going
and
to
I
treat me
understand that.
before
I
driving
understand
that.
that. But the new ones are nice. I think they're quite nice. And but I mean for the price as well, I don't know because like I said, if you're looking at a GTI or a Golf R, you're looking to close to R1 million. Um,
Yeah, that's
and
insane.
yeah, and I mean for that money, there's so many other things you can buy for that money. And also, that I think that's quite a big gripe on my end is I, I like the Golf R, but if you go and put it against the Audi S3, the Audi has got the same engine, it's the same platform, same drivetrain, same gearbox, right? But it's got that Audi flair, and it leaves the Golf R in the dust. And I think that's quite bad because it's just built off of the Golf R. And for them to I know Audi is the more sportier brand, but in South Africa, I think they sell 3-4 times more Golf R's than they're selling Audi S3s. Um, and I think it's just bad that it's the same, supposed to be the same platform, and it gets slaughtered by the S3.
Yeah, but I'll also rather opt for the S3 than a Golf.
Yes, and I understand that why because you see less of them. They're not that, but it's also expensive. So,
Yeah,
but I
make no
mean,
mistake.
yeah.
S3 is
So,
expensive.
but I mean, but still, great for Volkswagen. I mean, it's an awesome car for the money. If you buy the normal Golfs, it's an awesome car for the money. Even like the normal 2 liter and stuff, it's quite quick.
Yeah, it's a
And
great milestone.
yeah, it's a good car. It's good looking. You just put on the biggest wheels like that they sell for it because otherwise you get that small little ugly wheels. But if you do just a 2 liter one, great car for the money. I don't think it's worth it to buy a GTI or Golf R new. I don't think so. It's too
Yeah, but
expensive.
I won't also buy one second hand because you know that car was punished.
It was punished, but luckily, like I said, in my case, I've got my girlfriend's cousin that's working with them the whole day, so he can come with me and say, "No, this thing is messed up. Don't buy it." Or he can be like, "No, this thing is fine. It's got a great life. It's looking good." You know what I mean? So if
Yeah,
you've got that, for sure, I take a Golf GTI second hand, but and that's the thing as well. Now that we're talking about the second hand thing, if you buy it new, you're losing so much money on this. So much money because they don't have. They've got a good second-hand market, but not the best. So you're gonna lose a few 100,000 on that car, and you must be ready for that.
like that's bound to happen with most of the cars. Either way,
Yeah, but I mean, being this expensive. Like if you pay 850 right for a GTI and you lose like 200, almost 300,000. I mean, it's gonna be like 550,000. That's a big hit to take. And the guy that's buying it second from on the second hand market from you, he's winning all the way to the bank. So, in that instance,
Yeah, but
I'd rather be the guy that's buying it second hand.
yeah, but in that instance, I will also be the one punishing the car and then selling it. And I'll be like,
Yeah, selling it off. It's just running.
I'll be like in my description, like new, used like
Yeah,
new.
yeah, like new. Garage Queen. It was a Garage Queen.
I only drove it on Sundays. I
Yes,
like
only did
punished it.
only only did highway miles. Nothing else. No, no, yeah, but it's awesome car. Congratulations to VW. I mean, it's still an awesome car, and I think we're bashing on it now. But if you've got the kind of money, go for it. It's a great car. I don't think you're going to be unhappy with your decision on that.
No,
Then,
Volkswagen doesn't have bad cars. Like, there's not really people complaining about the
I mean, the
Volkswagen.
T no, the T Cross is quite bad. I hate that car. The T Cross is I don't like it. It's an ugly freaking car.
No, I like it.
No man, no man, it's ugly. But
Uh,
staying in the same family, let's quickly talk about Bentley. So it's sad, but most of the cars are moving away from from big engines. But we all know this was coming, and Bentley walking away of their W12 engine. It's quite. I think it's a hard move, and I think it's not an easy thing to do.
it was bound to happen one of these days.
Yeah, it was, but being such an iconic engine, and being from, they're from I think it's 2003 in the Continental GT. I mean, it's quite a shelf life for an engine.
Almost 2 decades.
Yeah, and I mean, it's iconic. It's so iconic with the brand as well, and I think that's what's hitting everybody the hardest is because of its being so iconic with the brand. And I think that's. But I don't know. Not like I've ever been able to afford a Bentley, but it's still sad because I love these cars. I think they're awesome looking,
Yeah, I'm not a
especially the
Bentley fan.
newer ones. You don't like the Bentleys?
No, I'll rather drive a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, okay, I hear you. I hear you. But the Bentley is a bit cheaper than the Rolls Royce, and it's
Nah,
quite a lot faster.
I don't, I don't, for that type of money, I don't want fast. I want luxury. So I'll
I
go
mean,
for the Rolls Royce.
have you ever seen a Bentley Continental in person?
Yeah,
I mean, man, that thing, the detail on that car.
but
But I would cry if somebody hit me in this car. I would cry because only the headlights. The headlights are so complex. I think it will cost you a lot of money to fix anything on it.
only if you take it to
So
the dealership. If you take it to your friend just down the road,
yeah, the
20 cents.
backyard mechanic. Yeah, the
20 cents
backyard mechanic
headlight.
popping in some Toyota Taz headlights or something for you to get
Yeah,
it working. No,
exactly.
no, no. I hear you, but it's for me. It's gorgeous cars. It's a big boat floating car. It's supposed to be big. It's supposed to be luxury. It's supposed to be soft. And I think it's just it's sad overall because the industry is moving away from these great engines
But
and
also now
cars.
they like producing, making the engines smaller, but it's some of the engines produce more power anyway. So it's not really that
Yeah, yeah.
loss.
No, I hear you. I hear you, but still, it's just these. You're not gonna get these sounds and stuff out of a smaller engine. I mean,
Yeah.
but talking about that, I mean, is it the Koenigsegg Jamira? Jamira? Is it the four
Yes.
door one or the four seater
Yes.
Koenigsegg?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah.
that one's
Yeah.
got I think it's a three-cylinder engine in it that does like, yes, I can't even remember what's the numbers, but it's crazy the numbers that three-cylinder engine can make, and it's just uh, the size of a suitcase. Um,
But I
so I
also
mean,
remember Kunashen
mm.
went and they were like, for some of the people that bought the Jumeirah, they were like, okay, you bought the car, but do you want the Jesco engine in it?
Oh, I saw that. I saw that as well. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. They're
Always
calling
told
it.
you
Is
that.
it the dark matter? No, that's the dark matter is the electronic engine, the EV. Um, I just want to see, but I think it's yeah, it's this. I can't remember, but yeah, it's got a small engine fitting in it, and it's making a lot of power for the size of the engine. And like I said, it's just about the size of a suitcase, and I think that's quite amazing. I think it's crazy what they can get out of some of the what Kumuse can do for you as a
Yeah,
brand.
exactly.
I
But
mean, it's crazy.
I won't mind for a car like that, eh?
No, me neither. But I mean, it's not like we're gonna afford it now. But it's
Like,
it's it's a good car.
unless Kunashen wants to sponsor me one for a week
I mean,
or a
yeah,
day
as
or
a
two,
press car, I won't mind. I won't mind.
just send me one for a week. I don't ask much, just for 1 week.
Yeah, just send me a multi-million rand car for a week or so. I mean,
Exactly.
just I won't
I'll,
do anything to it.
I'll
I mean,
drive it like a rental.
yeah, precisely. But yeah,
But you
no,
can't
I
drive it.
think it's
You can't drive it there in northwest.
no, with all the portals, I won't be able to drive it even in town. So it's gonna
But
be. I need to be in Johannesburg or in Cape Town to even try and
but
drive that car.
I'll enjoy it. I'll send you a photo when I
Yeah, you'll
drive it.
send it alongside the beach.
Exactly. Then Camps
Yeah,
Bay.
yeah. In the traffic, you won't be able to
I
floor it
will.
because you'll be in traffic. But
I will
enjoy it
go sit in traffic just to sit in traffic with that car.
in Camps Bay, my guy. That traffic is crazy.
That's
The other
fine.
day
Do you know
in
the looks
December.
I'll get? Do you know
Yeah, no, I know, and everybody would come up to your car and touch your car and stuff, and you won't be able to get out of the way
and they'll be
because you'll
like,
be
"What do
stuck
you
in the
do for a
traffic.
living? What do you do for a living?" And I'll be like, "I'll make moves. I make moves."
For a living. Do you make moves for a living?
Yes.
Oh my word. Okay, but yeah, I mean, but the other day when we were in Cape Town with my girlfriend in December, last December, we wanted to quickly go to Camps Bay. What a mistake that was. And then
Yeah.
we were there
You
at
need to be
the
there like
midday
at nine
rush.
o'clock.
Yeah, no, we
Or
were
no,
there at
even before
midday
9.
rush.
You need to be there like at 7 or 8 in the morning over the
Yeah.
weekends.
Mm. No, I believe you. And we were there in midday, and then we were like, we just want to get something there, and it was crazy. Luckily, when we left, there wasn't too much traffic going out, but the queue to get in was. I mean, it was. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have stood in that queue to get into Camps Bay. It's not worth it. But yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
that's true.
Then something controversial, and I know you don't like talking about it
Yeah, I hate
because
it.
you don't like the next thing we're going to talk about.
It's ugly.
And
I don't
no,
understand how people can like it. Like
no, no, no,
I
no, no, no.
wouldn't I wouldn't give that to my enemy.
So you don't like station wagons,
No, it's ugly.
and the car scene is quite big on station wagons these days.
I don't know
And I
why. It's the ugliest
no, no,
concept design
it's
for a car.
it's good looking. It's so good looking, and Audi with the RS6 Avant. was one of the first that brought out like a super wagon, I can call it, because that thing was crazy fast. It looks amazing. It
No,
drives very good. It's
don't
a
lie to
boat.
people.
No, it's
Don't
an
lie to the
amazing car.
people.
It's an amazing car, and you won't change my mind.
It's
And
ugly.
no,
It's
you're ugly. It's a
I am ugly.
amazing. Yeah, it's an amazing car, and I wish I had one. And then they came out with a new one, and then BMW brought out all of these cars with the ugliest grills on the planet, and then they brought out the I think it's the M. They brought out the M3 wagon, and I don't think it looks bad. The grill is just so freaking ugly. But now they they brought out the M5 wagon, and it looks gorgeous.
No, it doesn't.
My God, it looks amazing. It's got smaller grills and it's got the aggressive front bumper, and it looks. I think it looks good. It's the best looking car in the entire lineup by far.
No, if someone gives me the car, I'll be like, "You can take it back. I don't want it.
No, man, no.
I
It's so
won't take it for free. Like that's the ugliest thing you can do to a car is make it a station wagon. And
no. It looks good.
I know
Mhm.
Mercedes as well as a station wagon. Uh,
Yeah, the E, the um
no, I think
the
it was a C.
E63. Yeah, you
No,
get
not.
this. I think you get the C class as well, but the one that's competing is the E63 wagon.
But I won't. That's the ugliest car
No, man,
ever
it's
made.
so good looking. So they're talking about it. Still's got the hybridized 4.4 liter V8 engine with a 550 35 kilowatts and 1,000 Nm of torque. So it's still the fast one. 8-speed automatic transmission on the all four wheels, and they've obviously got the rear wheel drive. All of the BMWs got the rear wheel drive option. Or
I'll
don't know if
rather
they still.
drive an
Yeah.
I would rather drive the i3 before I drive the
No,
station
man.
wagon.
No. Well, you must enjoy your i3. I'll see you never again, because I'm gonna drive away from you, and you're not gonna be able to catch up ever.
That's fine. Like that car is so ugly. Like,
No, man. No,
I
it's
can't.
good looking, and they claim it does 0 to 100 k's in 3.6 seconds. That's not so fast. There's a lot of cars doing it faster, but this is a boat. It's a very very big car. So I
It isn't
mean,
slow. It's not slow as
so
well.
no, it's not slow. Don't. But I mean, it's not the fastest thing I've heard. But it's a boat, so
It's
it's
faster than your
impressive to
car.
do that. It's a lot faster than any of my cars I've ever owned and maybe will own. But yeah, so that's an awesome thing, and yeah, I see it limited to 305k is the limiter, so that's not too bad. But yeah, it's definitely a niche car, but like I said, station wagons a big thing in the car scene these days, and I think this is a great addition. Yeah, it is a plug-in hybrid, and it's not, it's just. But we're gonna go on with that as much as we want, but it's got great numbers. It looks great, and I presume it's gonna sound great and drive well. I mean, BMW's got that down these days, and the interior looks nice.
Like, yeah, the interior looks great. Don't get me wrong. I like BMW's interior, but the
Yeah, you're
station
quite a
wagon not for
you're
me.
quite a big BMW fan.
I am actually. If
Yeah.
BMW wants to sponsor me, I'll gladly take an M2 out of your hands.
No, that's ugly, man. The new ones, it's
No,
ugly.
I love the new M2s.
No, it looks
That's a
like
beautiful car.
no,
I would
no.
rather
It looks
drive.
like yeah.
If someone gives me the station wagon, I'll sell it and go buy an M2.
No, man. The M2
I
looks like my little cousin drew it in his 9-year-old
There's nothing
arts
wrong
class.
with an M2. The
It looks
station
horrible.
wagon looks like a kindergarten drawing.
No, man, it looks good. The M2
It
looks
looks like
so
something I
bad.
it looks like something I draw with my left hand
You wish, my guy, you
and
wish.
then it receives
But
an F for it.
yeah, but it's. I mean, I like it. I like station wagons. I would love to own a nice station wagon one day. But I
Your
think
kids
this
are going
is
to hate you, and
not if I pull up on this.
I'll learn them to bash on you for driving a station wagon.
Mm-mm.
They're gonna be
No,
like,
man,
"That's ugly. I'm right. You're wrong."
no. If I pull up in this, they would be so proud of me. They would enjoy it. Nobody's
Nah.
going to be able to keep up.
If I pull up in an M2, they'll be like, "Ah, that's cool," and they'll be like,
Mm.
"Why can't you drive that?" Then you're like, "I'm a loser."
Then I'll no, but then I'll leave you in the dust with this M5 wagon.
That's fine. The M2 just looks more beautiful.
Okay, we can go on forever, but I mean, yeah, I like it. I like wagons. I think it's a great addition. I think there should be more hot, or what do you call it, super wagons, not hot wagons, super wagons. I think there should
Less
be
is
more
more.
of them. No,
Less is more.
no, I want more of them. It looks good. It's a great platform. Um, and I don't think it's too hard to get a lot of these in. I think they're quite easy. It's a quite easy
I don't think
market to
there's a
sell them as
market
well.
for it in South Africa.
No, not as big. Even if you go into to Auto Trader, let's say Auto Trader, and you select the wagon body type, there's not a lot.
Because it's
Just
ugly.
get them.
Because no one wants to buy it.
No, it's not ugly. It's just it's hard. It's a hard sell, but it's been getting better in the recent years.
Like the
So
Porsche
obvious.
Taycan. I would take the Porsche Taycan.
And it's not bad, but I'd rather take the Audi RS6,
That's like the
uh,
station wagon I would drive is the Porsche.
the Taycan.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
but it's only because it looks like a stretched out Porsche. There's nothing different from that. But I mean, I like the Audi
Still
one, and
better
Audi
than
is
Audi. Still better than
no,
Audi and
no
BMW.
man, no man. Did you have you heard? Have you
Like I
heard
like even the
these Audis?
Panamera. Like
Well,
the
it's not bad.
Porsche Panamera is beautiful as well. I will drive that thing. That's a great family car.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad looking car, but still it's a station wagon. So that's what I'm saying. And I will drive an
But
RS6. I mean,
BMW and RS6, nah, I won't drive BMW or Audi in a station wagon.
no, I'll drive Audi. I'll drive Audi in a heartbeat in a station wagon.
No, I
They've been
won't.
doing it. They've been doing the killing it the past 10 years in that segment, and I think I would drive one.
I wouldn't
No
wish that
hesitation.
car upon my worst enemy.
No man, I'll drive it.
Like I
I'll drive
wouldn't
it.
give my enemy like, yeah, yes, a station wagon for you. I can't. It's just too horrible.
Okay, but on that note, let's move on to another company. We talked about them last week as well, and this week we're going to talk a bit about them again because Toyota is making some moves, and I think I agree with them, and I like the way that they looking at it, especially. How do you say? I'm going to butcher his name. Akio Toyoda. I think it's a CEO. So he said that he doesn't think that EVs or BEVs, battery electric vehicles, are the future, and they will only take up 30% of the market, and that will be the market cap. And then the rest of the 70% will be normal combustion engines, and then hybrids and hydrogen drivetrains. And I tend to agree with him
Yeah, I
on
can see
that.
why. Cause not everyone is a big fan of the electric cars.
Not just that, but the buy-in to electric cars are very expensive, and the maintenance on electric cars are
Ele-
very expensive.
But isn't it supposed to be cheaper? Like they market like electric cars is supposed to be
Yeah.
cheaper
So
than cars.
it is cheaper to charge it than to fill up your tank with gas.
But
So
there's no that many components that go into a electric car. What you need is one or two batteries, and there you go. You can the body is anyway
yeah,
plastic,
yeah,
so
no,
you
I hear you.
so it isn't supposed to be that expensive. If they want you to buy electric cars, make it cheaper, like half the price of a normal car.
No, but you see, they can't because those electric motors and batteries are very expensive to manufacture. It's very, very expensive. And it's still very new technology in the grand scheme of things. And if one of those components breaks, so if the motor breaks or the batteries give in, it it's costing you a lot of money to get that fixed or replaced. It's I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth the hassle because who's gonna buy? Are you gonna go out? Let's say electric cars are in the market now. How are you gonna feel about going out and buying a second-hand electric car? But they needed. You can see on the report they needed to um, replace one or two motors or motor and a battery or whatever. Are you gonna be confident that you will be able to drive that car with no problem?
Yeah, but no, it's the same. Like if they do an engine swap or something like that.
Exactly. But at least, right? At least if they do an engines, at least if they fix something, they can fix it most of the stuff on a normal car. So if the turbo goes, they exchange the turbo, and it won't affect the rest of the engine. But on the EVs, if one motor goes and they only replace the one motor, now you can drive around and be like, okay, what's the other? When is the other two gonna go, or when's the other three gonna go? You know what I mean? And same with the battery. Do you just replace one? Do you replace the whole battery pack? Because if you need to replace the whole battery pack, it's you can just write off that car. It's going to be so expensive. You're not going to be, they're going to write off the car. No insurance company is going to pay just to replace the batteries. You know what I mean? They're just going to write off the car
Yeah,
because it's
okay,
going to
no,
be
that
cheaper.
makes sense. I hear you.
So I think confidence in the second-hand market, alongside with the prices of replacing these easy in brackets, this easy car, the easy weight or easy to work on car that's not going to have all of these components and stuff. If one of those components breaks, it's done for. And I think that is what is capping these battery electric vehicles to 30% of the market, what he's talking about. And I think that's why he's is focusing on that and putting that in there. And I think that's it's very important to look at. And I think as well, and I've listened to a lot of people in the car scene and so on, and I've watched a lot of videos on it, and I think the market tends to agree. And even if you listen to Elon Musk, I mean, he's got the biggest EV company in the world, Tesla. Um, he also said, "Listen, electric vehicles are not the future. Yeah, I make them. It's nice, and you guys buy it, but it's not the whole future. It's not going to take over the whole market." And I think that's true. I mean, even Germany, they said they're not going to force any manufacturer in Germany to be fully electric. It's their own decision
Yeah, because now you
because
can't
they don't think it's the future.
exactly you can't shove electric cars down people's throats and say, ah, you're gonna buy
No,
electric cars.
no, because you're going to lose those customers because they can't afford it. So they'd rather go to a Hyundai or a Toyota or whatever. That's not
Or they
they
just
don't
start
just
buying
have.
older models and be like, we're just gonna keep
Yeah,
on buying older cars until
mm,
stop making electric cars. That's what I would do.
precisely. The second hand market will run away, and yeah, and I think that's where we're looking at it, and I think that's why, and I think Toyota, and I like Toyota a lot. They got good cars. Yeah, some of them are a bit expensive, but they're very freaking reliable. And I think they are in front of the market on this. I think the hype is over, and I think with they're working hard on these hydrogen engines, and it's getting very very promising. So I think I think they're ahead of the market, and they're gonna reap the rewards on this. I really think that.
I don't know. You'll see what happens in the next couple of years.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so moving on swiftly from that, um, let's get into driver's seat this week. We've got two stories for you guys, a quick one and a bit longer one. Um,
They're both pretty over quick. Don't lie to them.
okay, yeah. So the first story we've got for you is okay. So a few years ago, actually at the end of 2020, I bought the Nissan 370Z, and
Like, that's a
me
poor man's sports car.
no. Don't, you're gonna get a lot of hate for that. It's an amazing car, and it
That's
was
what you
one.
buy if you can't afford a Porsche.
I mean, these days you can buy a Boxster for the same price, but we're not going to talk about that now. No, so it was one of my dream cars growing up. It looks so nice. It drives nice. It sounds so freaking nice. So it was one of my dream cars, and at the end of 2020, I could buy one for me. At the age of 22, were we 22 then? Yeah, at the age of 22, I could buy one for me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Just gonna do it, and I
For the
bought one.
listeners at home, it's because he's a trust fund baby. If you didn't
No,
know.
I'm not. No, I'm not a trust fund baby.
If you
He's
ever
lying to you.
see him on social media, he's solidly a trust fund baby.
No, I'm not. I
I
worked for
know,
that money.
I know, because we are friends for a few years now. Trust fund. I'm telling you guys, trust fund baby.
Why are you making my name so bad, man? No, I'm not a trust fund baby. I worked for that actually, and I was so proud of myself buying that car, and I loved that car. But me and Tyron were driving in our town, and we saw a Ferrari standing at the red light, and
It was
it
like on
was
the
a
main road,
yeah,
like on
like
a
on a big
highway.
highway. So
Highway
there were a
main
lot of
road.
space. Yeah, so there was a lot of space, and we were like, okay, pulling up next to it, and young guys, we've got this sporty car. I know it's not as fast as a Ferrari. Don't get me wrong. I knew it, and it was a Ferrari FF, a red one. It's actually for sale now here in our town, but we stopped long. It was an older guy driving it, and we stopped next to it, and me being 22, the
Like,
Nissan
I
had
rolled down my window and I was like, "Let's go."
yeah, let's go. And the Nissan had a bit of a pipe. The exhaust was done, so it was growling a bit and stuff. And it was an automatic. So we were like, okay, we're just gonna see what happens. And we pulled away. And we were like, man, what's going on? Why did we pull away from this guy? It's not
Yeah, I was
supposed to
like
happen.
leaning back and I was like, "That car's standing still." He's like, "Hey, he's not gonna race a couple of young kids."
And then out of nowhere, that thing came flying by us, that Ferrari FF. Whoa! And over the stop, and we were like, okay, now there's a serious money. We're going to turn. We're going to take a left and turn
It
away.
looked like we were standing still.
Yeah, when that car came past us.
And we were like, what, 120, 140, 160?
Yeah,
barrels.
easily 160. And it
And
came just flying past us.
it looked like we
And
stood still. We were like,
yeah,
damn.
yeah, we looked like a couple of idiots because there was other people around us as well looking at this shit happening. So, but yeah, that's the first story we got to talk about. It would be a bit of an embarrassment there, but it was early on in the days that I owned a Nissan. So, the second story we've got is we like in our town we've got like these circles, traffic circles with straights between them, but it's double roads. So it's big open roads with like pavement in the middle and stuff. So the one night we were like, oh, again, nice and corky. young guys. We're driving with the Nissan, and one of our friends, I think it's his cousin, right? Drives it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. I think it's the name, and we we thought it would be funny to race him. And remember, there
You shouldn't
is circles.
expect that from a Jeep.
Yeah, because it's quite quick. I mean, it's actually supposed to be, I think, a tiny bit faster or as fast as the Nissan 370Z in a straight line. And we were dicing from circle to circle, just slamming on the brakes, going around, and it was just neck and neck the whole time. And we came to the last circle, um, in this run, and we really pushed it because this is now the last one. So the one that gets to the last circle first, he wins. He wins the race, and we pushed it. We were alongside each other, and yes, man, we just made that circle. I needed to slam on the brakes, go straight past, get on the circle with my right wheels, go over it and get off on the other side just to save the situation. And yeah, he came just up next to me as if nothing happened. And I think there was another car that was fast that's in front of us or something. And he said he's going to go dice it now or something like that. And me and you were just stunned at what happened in that car because I slammed on the brakes and it just didn't do what we wanted it to do. And it's got beefy brakes, but I think it was so hot the brakes already from the previous circles. And yeah, so that was quite a frightening event, for me. I don't know for you, but one of the scariest moments in that car.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. That
But it was fun.
was
But it was
crazy.
fun. Won't throw it away. It was very, very fun, and I
Yeah,
can
no, it was
say
definitely fun.
I can say we beat the Jeep. I mean, I can say it.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think we
Okay.
lost to the Jeep.
No, I think we took it. I think we took it. We were past the circle before him, only because I cut him off. But that's not the point. Okay, so the, the last segment we've got for you guys today is what I talked about quickly in the beginning is both of us got three awesome cars for under 350,000 rand. We're just on Auto Trader, but you can get them on cars.gozo as well, if we're a bit cheaper maybe. Or so, but I think we've both got great shouts for this, and I think it's something that you guys can take out and maybe see if you guys. It's very reliable cars, and it's cars that's gonna you know okay, wait, before I say it's very reliable, I mean it's gonna give you a lot of fun, but I won't say all my cars are very reliable. But yeah, so
Are you gonna start
do you
us
want to
off?
me yeah, I'll start us off. So my first car that I thought about is the Ford Focus ST. Now hear me out. They don't make them anymore, or they're gonna make the new ones now. But I think they stopped in like 2018 or whatever with the older model ones. So you're not gonna get a brand spanking new one, but you
I
can get
wonder
them
why.
with me too. But you can get them with a little less miles or kilometers on it. So um, I think it's a great car. Um,
Sure.
Listen, I think it looks good. It drives very nice. It's competing with the GTI. It's something different than the GTI because everybody in South Africa drives a GTI. So it's quite nice. I'm not a big fan of Ford, but I think this is a nice car. They did a good job on this. The only problem is they leak oil like crazy because
That's
of the
Ford for you.
yeah, that is, and they've got the same problem as the GTIs. They've been through hell and back before you buy them secondhand.
If you buy
So,
Ford, interesting fact, if you buy Ford, they'll give you a pair of shoes, very comfortable shoes with your Ford. So when you're
why?
pushing it, you Because when you need to push your car, you can at least walk on
Oh, comfortable
with
shoes
ease. Yeah, with comfortable shoes.
when you push your car. I mean, I'm not arguing with you on that. I believe that's it. For South Africa, Fords are not the most reliable cars, but it's still a great car. I think for the money, it's awesome. It's got 4 seats. You can throw the kids in the back. Wife will be happy, and it's got a bit of speed. So I think it's a nice car, but you must remember it's also going to be an older Ford. I mean, the one I've got is a 2018. It's white, and then it's an ST1. So it came out with 3 trims: an ST1, a ST2, and a ST3. Don't ask me what all of the trims got, but basically ST1 is the basic one, and ST3 was the more fancy one with the bucket seats and stuff. So, but I mean, it's an ST1. It's a great car. It looks good. It's fast, and I like them quite a lot. But they do leak oil, so if you want to go get one, take somebody with it knows that can check the car with you. Then my second car, and this is gonna be a bit. I don't know how this is gonna go, but my second car is a Lexus IS 350F Sport.
What's wrong with you?
No. Listen. So
Why
it's
are you
basic.
the way you are?
No, man. So it's basically a Toyota. So it's very reliable. It's luxurious. It looks aggressive. It's got the F Sport badging. It's
That's
got double.
fun, baby.
No, man. No. It's not really expensive. It's under our price brackets. And then we're talking about a 2016 one. Yeah, the infotainment sucks. Don't use that. You can only use the Bluetooth. But I mean, it looks good. The seats are nice. It's gonna drive amazing. It is quite quick. It's quite a lot quicker than the ST. And I mean, it's like I said, it's a Toyota. It's not gonna cost you a lot to run. It's not gonna cost you a lot when it breaks. It's gonna be reliable. It's never gonna break. And I think it looks good. It looks aggressive. You don't see a lot of them on the road, so that's a plus. And I mean, it's a lot of car for the money. It's a lot of car for the money. Again, 4 seats, 4 door, big boot, great speed, comfortable. It's got all the bells and whistles. I think it's an amazing car for the price. Because if you factor in, but this is now a 2016 model, but you can get them a bit newer. But if you buy a new one, you're talking about just shy of R1 million. So for 350 for 2016 model, it's a steal. I think it's a steal.
That's something a trust fund baby would say. Would say.
Listen. We're talking about the same price throughout here. So we'll see when we get to your cars what you've got. Then
Okay.
the last
Yeah,
car I've got.
we'll definitely see. And people will be like, yeah, that guy, you can trust Jakes. He knows what he's talking about.
Okay. Then the last car I've got is obviously a Nissan 370Z. You can't freaking go wrong with this. Awesome car, loves to kick out the back. Just be wary about that because it can get very slidey. But I only on Auto Trader I only got the convertibles. I don't like the convertibles. I like the coupes. But if you like the convertibles, it's nice. There is convertibles available on other sites, and it's an amazing car for the money. It's so cheap to run. It's so cheap. The only thing that's expensive is tires and brakes. The rest of it is so cheap to run. The service is cheap. The parts are cheap, and I think it's an amazing car. So if you can get one, and the engine is so reliable, and if you can get one with good tires and good brakes, it's a plus. It's such a nice car, and I love them. And obviously, I went for it because it's one of my favorite cars of all time and best looking cars of all time for me. So I really enjoy my car, and I think it's a great shout for the money. And you can get some of them with quite low miles or kilometers. So that's not too beaten up, and they're great for the track, and they're great for just street driving, and they drive very nice. So yeah, I think that's my 3 cars, and I think I had quite good cars in my lineup.
You did. You had nice cars for a trust fund, baby. I
Oh,
can't.
shut up,
I,
man.
I
It's
can't
the same
disagree
money.
with you.
It's the same money that you're gonna tell me. I just had better picks than you. You
Okay,
can't deal
trust
with
fund.
it.
Okay, trust fund,
Uh,
baby.
okay.
One day when I grow up, my children is also gonna be trust fund babies.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see your cars, man. What do you've got?
Okay, so for my first car, I opted for the 2024 Volkswagen Polo Vivo Edge.
Why?
Why?
Why are you like this?
Because it's brand new. You're buying a brand new car for 350,000 rand.
Okay, I hear you,
You're the
but
first owner of the car. Polo is reliable. It's a nice car. They are comfortable. Yeah,
yeah.
I have never driven in a Polo and I was like, damn, this isn't nice. I don't like it. So for
Okay.
350,000 rand, you're buying a new car. You're the first owner of the car. That's not a bad buy.
No, I agree with you, but you're gonna drive
Look,
down the street and then they're gonna steal the car from you. I mean,
I'll take that risk when I get there. But
it's the number one stolen car in South Africa.
yeah, so is Hilux, but you're also driving a Hilux.
Alexa second, my guy. Palo is number one.
Nah, I don't think Polo is even the number one car anymore. If I'm not,
No, just the
I
other day
think
I heard Sully was the number one.
I heard differently.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. It's gonna get stolen. It's definitely the top five.
But yeah, it's in the top five. But for 350 rand, I'll drive the new Polo. It's
Vivo.
brand new. Yeah,
Vivo. It's not a new Polo. It's a Vivo. So it's old stock that they're selling to you as new stock under a
it's a,
different name.
it's a 2024 model, isn't it?
I mean, yes, but it's got the body shape of a 2016 model.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's still beautiful. It's more
Yeah.
beautiful
It's like
than
that.
the Focus.
No,
It's
no,
definitely
I'm gonna no.
no. It's the Polo is beats the Focus. Looks
But why? Why
beats it
is this? Why is this a fun car? Why would you buy this for 350,000 rand?
because
What
I'll
makes
fuck
it a
around in
fun
it.
car?
I'll fuck around in
Oh.
it. I'll
So you
drive
know,
that thing like
you
a
won't care
rental.
about it. Yeah, you
No,
won't care about it.
I'll be like I'll pimp that thing out. It'll
Ah,
be
Racer
like
much.
that's the kind of car when you go out for a drink on a Friday or Saturday evening, you'll be like, I'm gonna take the Polo because I'm gonna
And you won't
dice
care.
everyone.
Yeah.
Interesting fact about the Polo is when you're going out for drinks
Mm.
and you drive a Polo, that thing will take you drive itself to the sea.
Home to the sea.
To the
Oh,
sea.
okay, so you'll drive yourself to the sea or the Polo will drive itself to the sea. You just have to go
Exactly.
out drinking, and then it'll drive itself to the sea.
Exactly. You just
And
like
and I
I'm going to the sea, and then
and I
next morning you're waking up by the sea.
and I presume you've got some experience in that, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
know someone that does. I
That does
saw it
that.
happen. Yeah,
I know him as well. Every time he's got a few drinks in him, you're like, let's go to the sea. Let's go to the sea.
like you can't go wrong with polo. The
Okay.
polo just makes everyone closer together.
It's not a bad car. I'm not arguing. It's not a bad car. It won't be my first pick.
That would definitely be my first pick. If I can buy a brand new car for that price, why not?
I mean, I drove a Polo, a very nice car. My Polo, I drove a Cross Polo, and it was very, very nice. I liked it a lot, but it was just for these roads, it was just too small. I lost a lot of tires on it.
Yeah, but you see, I don't have that problem where I am.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you. But I had that problem. So, but
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. Your second pick?
For my second pick, I went for the new Suzuki Jimny. Well, not
Uh,
new, but the newer shape.
almost new.
Yeah, the new shapes, which was released when I think
I
2020
don't know.
first released the new shapes.
I can't remember, but okay, okay, awesome shout. It's a nice off-road
I just want to say
car for
because
the price,
I drove one, and okay, I don't have one, but my parents have one, and
but it's yeah.
it drives so nice. And when you go 4x4 with it, it performs so great on a 4x4 track. Like you see all these Hiluxes and Rangers and Land Cruisers pull up, and then you pull up with a Jimny and it outperforms every one of it
Mm,
on a 4x4 course
I
track.
hear you.
The only downside to it that I don't like, it's very plastic
Hmm. To keep it
in
cheap.
the, in the inside, yeah. So, but for the, I feel for the price, new. I feel for the price, new. They could have done more inside,
Hmm.
but as well, it's also minimalistic. So we also talked about, minimalistic is also great and better. So
Yeah.
it's a, I don't know. I just wish it wasn't as plastic in the inside, maybe. But it's a great car
Okay.
for
Yeah. Awesome car.
350,000 rand, and
Yeah, it's an awesome car. The only
and
thing
it
I would
has,
do is just get better tires because it's got bad tires on it if from factory. But
yeah,
but and it's a bit slow though.
yeah. I don't
It's
expect to dice with that car. You can
no,
drive
it's
like,
so slow.
if you're reaching 120 kilometers an hour, that's fast. Like that's fast for the car.
Yeah, but I mean it's also just a brick pushing through the air.
It's so light.
Yeah. But it's
But
nice. I like it. I like it. I think that's a great shout. It's a great car. I'm not gonna bash on it. It's an awesome car, and like you said, the off-roading works so great for that.
it's still better than the Lexus you pick.
No, no, it's not. The Lexus is better.
Still
The
better
Lexus
than the
is better.
Lexus.
No,
Go drive your Lexus on the off road.
I won't do that. But I'll dice you on the streets.
No, I'm not. That's I would dash you with my Polo.
Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. And then okay, your last one. What's your last one you've got?
And for my last car, I've got the BMW. What's the 240i?
235i
235, 235i. Sorry. Uh,
convertible.
like I'm just a BMW fan. Like if I can't have an M2, I'll go for the 2 Series. You can't go wrong with it. It looks beautiful. I'm just a
Yeah,
BMW
but
fan.
this is talking about
Yeah,
the
it's not the
previous
new
shape.
shape. It's but I still like that shape.
Yeah,
I still
it's a
like
better
that
looking
shape.
shape.
Yeah, it's better looking shape than the new BMWs, but I
Yeah,
also
yeah, for
like
sure.
the new BMWs.
Yeah, but this looks better.
But for 350,000 rand, that's not a bad buy.
It's not. It's a good car. It looks good. It's I mean it's an M235i. It's not an M2, but it's quick. It's faster than any of the cars I picked. It's but it's going to be an older model with
Yeah,
a
no,
bit higher
definitely.
higher Ks on the clock.
Like a 2015 model with 100,000 Ks, 110,000 Ks, it's not that bad. Like you can
No,
drive
it's
that
not.
car still for 80, 90,000 kilos more.
Yeah, but you only have to take it to make sure it's been serviced well and looked after, because otherwise it's gonna leak well as well.
Yeah, no, but BMW, you can't go wrong with BMW. When BMW
I
listens
mean,
to
you
that,
can
if BMW is listening to this, I won't mind for M to sponsor it.
listen to you
Just
now, eh?
shoot me one to the side. I'll just take a normal 2 Series as well.
No, no, stop with your shit. I told you the lowest you can go in the 2 Series is a 235i. Otherwise, it's a shitty car.
Yeah, I'll drive any 2 Series.
Why are we even friends? But yeah, okay. But that's a great shout still. I think it's an awesome car. 235i. For the money, yes, it's a nice car. It's got a lot of power, a lot of performance for the money. and a big modding scene. So if you want to get nice wheels or something for the bumpers or whatever, there's a lot of modding out there to do that, because there's a lot of these two series out there. A lot of
Exactly.
people in them. Yeah, precisely.
Like, I can't stretch this enough. I love BMW,
You're just trying to
especially
get
the
them to
two
give you a
series.
yeah. You're just trying to get them to give you a demo car to drive around with.
No, but I just like it.
Sure, sure. I see what you're working with. I see what you're working with. But yeah, I think with that, I think it's the end of the episode. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Please go follow our socials. We are on as official Shift Happens podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and we're on YouTube as well. If you want to listen, see the shorts we post there. Please feel free to go follow us there, give us a like, share, and leave your comments below. Let us know, what should we change, what should we do better, how can we improve. We really read it, and we really want some feedback on these episodes, and trying to improve it for you guys.
Yeah, no, definitely. Whatever we can do, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, thank you guys. You guys must have a nice week, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Yes. Tune in next week to hear what the Trust Fund baby has to say more.
Listen to you now, man. Cheers, guys.